Good morning again, boys and girls, and welcome to Adventures of the Broke and Retired. Uh, I did better at it that time. I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for all of the subscriptions. Thank you for all the comments. The comments are wonderful. Please don't forget to like and share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be made aware of when new videos came out in case you'd like to see them. Okay, let me tell you what happened this morning. One of the things I really like to do is answer the comments, read the comments, and answer the comments. It's great. And this morning I got a comment from a viewer. It kind of I don't think I've said those words before. I got a comment. It amazes me that I have viewers. Anyway, I got a comment from a viewer concerning my broken finger video. You know who you are, right? And they said that they had broken their thumbs a couple of times. It reminded me of this story. I was a kid, probably, I don't know, maybe 16, 17 years old. And a buddy of mine had a Kawasaki KE175. I can't post a picture of one because I have no editing capability, but it was a KE175, a red one. I don't remember what year it was. Anyway, and I asked him if I could use his motorcycle, his bike for a while. He said, sure, go ahead. So I went riding around on his bike, and I'm riding on the trails. It was a dirt bike. Well, it was street legal too. It was what they used to call it enduro. They used to call those enduros. I guess now they call them dual sports. Either way, so I'm riding his 175, and I'm on the trails down the street from my parents' house. And there was these kids out there on the motorcycle trail we had. Of course, all of us dirt bike kids were all kind of, I guess we were kind of looked up to by the younger kids that didn't have motorcycles, because we did and they didn't. And what they had done on the motorcycle trail was taken a cement block and put a little board on it. And they were going over it with their bicycles to do jumps, because we used to do jumps all the time with our motorcycles. So they're out there doing jumps, and then they see me coming down the trail, and they kind of spread out a little bit, you know what I mean? Give me some room. And I saw that ramp sitting right there. And so I stood up and kind of gathered myself and got all cool and professional looking and rolled on the throttle and hit the jump they were hitting with their bicycles. And when the front wheel went up, it did absolutely fine. Somewhere between the front wheel and the back wheel. Somewhere between the front wheel and the back wheel. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny now. So excuse me, I can't help it. Somewhere between the front wheel and the back wheel hitting that ramp, the board fell off. So the front wheel hit the ramp and went up in the air. The back wheel hit the cement block, and the back of the bike went flying up. Of course, it pitched me over the handlebars. I went flying through the air. One of them kids told me when I got up off the ground. One of them kids told me I look like Superman, flying through the air. And I landed on my face, face on the ground, on my belly on the ground, arms out like this. And I messed up the bike. The bike belonged to Doug. Doug, if you're out there, sorry that happened, bro. But anyway, messed up the bike. It was an internal carburetor. It knocked it out. Broke the cases, knocked it out. Put a huge dent in the rim on the back wheel. Didn't flat the tire, just smashed the rim. But it broke my left thumb. And I don't know if anybody can see this or not. It's kind of hard to show. But you see that lump right there? There's a lump. I picked up the bike and pushed it back to the house, and my hand is killing me, and walked in the house, and there was my poor mother, who had seen me push a motorcycle home, limping and groaning many times. And she, so she came to see what was going on. I put the bike in the garage, and I showed her my hand, and it was a much bigger lump then. It was a huge lump. And so she took me down to the doctor, and what they did, they checked it out. They said it was dislocated. It wasn't broken. It was dislocated. I always refer to it as a broken thumb, but truth is it was dislocated. So what they did was they put me in a chair, and they had the nurse hold out around my chest. And then the doctor put his foot on the bottom of the chair and grabbed my thumb, and he said, "Okay, now this is gonna hurt." And he starts pulling on my thumb, and pulling on it to reset it. And man, he was right. It did hurt, but they never actually got it completely back in place. So I had this bump right here. So when I saw that lady's comment this morning about her, and I think it was her and her husband, or her and her son maybe, having broken thumbs, it reminded me of that. I fixed the engine cases. I got the carburetor back in, fixed the engine cases, and the bike ran. It had a big lump and a big dent in the back wheel, so I rode it down to Doug's house with a cast on my hand and showed it to him. And he, let's just say he wasn't impressed. He wasn't real happy about it. I don't blame him. I'd have been mad too. And then he said, "Well, I don't want it back. You're going to have to buy it from me." So he sold it to me. And I rode it with that bent back wheel for a long time. But anyhow, that's the story of the broken thumb. One more thing I'm going to mention, just because it's on my mind. I was watching, every morning I get up and I sit around and drink a bunch of coffee and kind of, prepare my brain for the day, which is difficult. But anyhow, I was watching a video by Adventures Made from Scratch with Silas. I really like his videos, by the way. If you haven't checked out Adventures Made from Scratch or More Adventures Made from Scratch, you get the opportunity to take a look. He's a young guy, probably young guy. He's probably in his 30s. He works for and owns the junkyard, and he's got some pretty interesting things going on. If you're a car person, it's a wonderful thing to watch. But anyhow, he was in there today. I was watching one of his older videos, talking about how he had to hurry up and leave because he's got to go get a haircut, and he took off his hat and he showed his hair. And when he did that, didn't look like he needed a haircut to me, but what can I say? I mean, but I did look up in the mirror and realize, holy man, it's time for me to trim my beard. I like a big old long shaggy thing, Amy doesn't like that. So she is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful person to me. Very important person in my life. She's the reason I directly credit the successes that I've had in life, including with YouTube, to her support and encouragement. She's been absolutely wonderful. So she says, "I need a shorter beard. I need a shorter beard." So I am going to trim this puppy back some within the next day or two. I didn't do it this morning because I was just too lazy. I didn't feel like doing it. And when I first wake up in the morning, the last thing I need to do is be running something that cuts all over my face. I'll bush hog myself right down to the bone. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. Why I brought that up, I don't know. Maybe it was just to talk about Silas. But anyhow, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be made aware of when new videos come out and you don't miss anything in case you do want to watch them. Hey, thank you so much, huh? I really do appreciate it. And I can't tell you, I can't express my gratitude enough. Thank you so much. Come on, remote.